Old Ugly, the 70, the Dodge 79, Ventura, the Opel way back there, the LS1, the handy dandy 60. All we got here is a trunk that isn't flat, and a fuel cell that needs to be flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut part of it out, flatten it a bit, and weld it back in so it's nice and flat. Fills trunk space, but gives me a nice flat surface to mount a fuel cell. So, my favorite tool. Okay, second favorite tool. My MIG welder's the other favorite. Well, old Sawzall action. Just got to figure out where to put it. I'll have a nice flat floor in here. Got to make some stuff to fit that, but no biggie. It'll work. And go up around here. That's a whole lot more trick. But I don't want to run hard line right to it because the engine moves, and that means somewhere down there it's going to bend as the engine moves and vibrates. So I can't have a hard line going right to it. Well, maybe if I mid plated it and front plated it, but not the way it is now. It's just sitting on the stock mounts, and this thing, this little 301 might have enough power to actually rip the mounts out. So we'll just see. Well, I had to put the tank in the trunk, just the way it mounts. So I had to sump the trunk and make it flat. So I used the trunk off the Cutlass that I have a new trunk lid for. Pulled the skin off the frame and put it in here. Fun stuff. So now I got to build the edge here and grind all the welds down because it's all cat poop on a piece of glass. So it's going to be fun. Still got to mount the fuel cell and everything, and the battery, because it's just kind of hanging out in there. But that's how I figured it out. And it fits pretty good. Just moves around a little. Make some straps out of aluminum. That's where the battery used to go. I'm going to go over here because this side is really. I like how the old cars. Scratches give it care. Alright, fuel system I brought up. I've got a nice little braided line. Ran it around. Right here in the bottom of the regulator. And now we're good. Wiggle and everything else. Got the fans mounted, but radiator's not secured yet. That's alright. I'll handle it later. Also, cleaned up the discs. Pulled the brakes. Had fun with that. It's just tons of fun. Put new wheel cylinders in the back because they were shot. Couldn't bleed them. I was just tired of dealing with it. So, sorry about it being shaky. I'm not really that good at videos. And the interior, well, it's trash because, hey, this thing sat for 10 friggin' years. I barely have the seat in it. I got the main hoop tacked, but it's not in the right spot. So whenever I figure out where I put the rest of the cage, I got a 10-point for it. Then I'll clean it all up, knock all the rest off, weld it in here, paint it, and then I'll be legal again. Well, at least there. This thing still needs a ton of work to be passing tech. I put the center lines on it because got them from a friend. Why not? And then I put the Mickey Thompson ET Streets on. And they were at 35 PSI when I took it out earlier. This is actually after I turned it around. So, this thing's been lightened a little bit, if you can't tell. But it still has power windows. That's what these are. These are wires that I had a switch on so that I could just come back here and roll the window up and down so I can get in and out of it on the trailer, because my trailer, the fenders come up to here because I built a really low trailer. So you can't get the doors open. So you gotta roll the window down, climb in with the T-tops. It's handy. But I'll get the battery mounted, I'll get the tank mounted, radiator secured, and maybe put some seat belts in it because it's really sketchy. And then I'll take it for a little ride. If I can get the roll bar in this week, then I'll put a mount on it so that I can put the camera in and you guys can watch as I go out and beat the living hell out of it on the highway out front. Fun stuff.